In the West, we're often encouraged to buy quick fixes, whether that be diets or creams or pills from various industries. And, you know, I've seen so many things come and go. You know, this is the thing that's going to fix you. This is the pill you need to buy to lose weight. This is the cream you need to solve this problem. And the irony is that in the West, we are now much sicker than we've ever been. And a shocking statistic that I heard recently was that for the first time in the history of mankind, our life expectancy is actually lowering. So instead of evolving as a species and living longer and better and healthier, things are actually going backwards. In Ayurvedic wisdom, there are 3 places that things go wrong. The first place that we go wrong, according to Ayurvedic teachings, are something called prajna, which means wisdom, parada. And prajna parada means we make choices that violate our own wisdom, our own knowledge. That sounds very grand. When you kind of boil it down, though, it's things like eating pizza at 2 a.m. It's making the negligent choice and violating our body's wisdom of having that 3rd, 4th, 5th glass of wine when we're already feeling a little oozy. So remember that Ayurveda is a 5,000-year-old system. And so don't beat yourself up, okay? I kind of find it something or somewhat comforting to know that for 5,000 years, people have been making the same silly choices and ignoring their body's wisdom. It happens, right? Because we're not just the body, we are the mind, and the mind is influenced by outside things, you know, by advertising, by people telling us, by others. So the first place that we kind of go off the road is this prajna parada, making negligent choices, kind of feeling like should have known better. The second place that we might fall out of alignment is where we abuse our senses. And the word for this in Sanskrit is asat mendri yarti. Asat mendri yarti. Abusing the senses. So we have 5 senses: the sense of sight, the sense of hearing, the sense of touch, the sense of taste, and the sense of smell. And we each have an organ associated with these senses: the eyes, the ears, the skin, the tongue, mouth, and the nose. As we age, our senses become a little less sharp. But we can really abuse them and wear them down much faster than they would normally. And again, in our modern day lifetime, how much of us are watching too much TV or computer in front of a screen too much? So the sense of sight is abused. The sense of hearing and you know, I'm guilty as much as anyone else, listening to music through AirPods loudly. The sense of touch, right? Maybe we're touching things too much and maybe it's not enough. Maybe we don't have enough different stimulation. Sense of taste, over seasoning or just not really tasting, right? The opposite of too much, right? And not really tasting properly. And sense of smell. Again, how many of us love those products that are just one layer of artificially created perfume on top of another? And so we can really lose or abuse the subtlety and the wisdom of the senses. And the third place that we can kind of run ourselves down a little faster than we need to is the idea of parinama. Now, parinama in itself means transformation. And as we age, like I mentioned in the last video, we transform. The body is designed to transform. But we can also not respect that, right? I would call it like going against the cosmic clock. And the cosmic clock is always ticking. And that may seem very kind of fatalistic and doomsday-ish. But when we try and live backwards, when we try and recreate the life we had before now, when we try and stop time, we are living in this, or in disrespect of parinama, of transformation. And as much as the clock, the cosmic clock, is ticking forward and we're moving through time and the body is aging, there's an absolute beauty in nature that we are given rhythms, that we're given junctures. And most of us don't really know about these, or well, we know about them, but we don't use them well. We don't use them with respect. And this is really going to teach you about these rhythms and how those beautifully gifted junctures can be places where we don't try and stop time, but we can definitely take the trash out. We can definitely offload things and streamline. And those junctures are, well, we're given a lot of them. We're given one every single day, but we kind of just take it for granted. And that is the rhythm, the juncture of nighttime, the place that we can offload the day. Again, a lot of this course is not recreating the wheel. It's not some fancy schmazzy $100 cream that I'm trying to sell you. It's just awareness around the things that you already know, just getting conscious around the things that are already there. So where are the rhythms that we can tap into that allow us to take out trash, so we don't have to drag our entire lives with us? End of the day, seasonal shifts. And within each seasonal shift, there's also solar shifts. So we have equinoxes, which are built into the calendar year. We have solstices that are also built into the calendar year. We have every 28 days lunar cycles. And then we have the more kind of artificial cycles of every year that we have, New Year's, and we also have birthdays. And these are great times to stop and see what we want to take with us and what we want to leave behind, so that we are not tumbling through life.
Nic here, popping in to say thank you for watching all the way to the end of this video. I really do hope that this information has given you some kind of new insight, or perhaps a little bit of an aha moment around your well-being, about your health. It's a subject that really fascinates me, and I highly recommend, if you like this, to subscribe to my channel so that you can get notifications about what's happening each week. This video came from a course that I created in 2020, and it is called the Beautiful Alchemy course. It's a course of transformation using love and Ayurveda, and it has been a wonderful joy for me to impart all of the teachings I've had and help other women to go through changes to be a better version. So I'll put the link in below, and please feel free to reach out. Thanks for listening. Namaste.